What's up, everybody? Today we are doing, just the regular Retro Bowl, the no challenge one. I haven't done it in a minute, and we're pretty close to the postseason. And, it's the most likely team to win a Retro Bowl. We have made it once. We didn't last season, it was the season before last. And we did lose to, I think it was San Francisco. I don't know, but we're better now. I think we didn't make it last season because of a lot of injuries. Speaking of injuries, we do have one. Currently, it's Duck. He'll only be out for one game, though, as we force a punt. I'm going to start off with a run here. And it's going to be successful for 10 yards. All right, that's a good run, in my opinion. And probably everyone's opinion. 10 yards is a first down. And that's the whole goal of a first down, is to get another first down, if that makes any sense. Oh, there's Hearns. I actually didn't look at the... Okay, we're starting off strong. I didn't look at the team at all. I just remembered Duck was injured, and I think it's only 1 week. He should be back next game. And we forced a fumble back on the other side. But I actually know no one's name. I looked at the thing. Probably last time I looked at it was... I looked at it more... Well, it wasn't just the last time I played. I looked at it once another time because I was planning on making a video and decided that No QB series was actually pretty close to the postseason, and I decided to do that. And it's been a minute since I've done any of these videos, actually. I don't know, I just haven't had the time. I've had other things to do, and I apologize for anyone invested in these series. I just got carried away in my free time doing things that weren't productive, like making videos, which I guess technically isn't productive still, but you get what I mean. Some actually other people watch. I don't make money off this, so it's just a hobby at the moment, but hopefully not for too much longer. And we get the first touchdown of the game. And it looks like they're going to get it right back. No, we actually held them to a field goal. Which also, this is on the hardest difficulty, where every team plays like a 5-star offense and defense. It's the biggest reason of why we haven't won a Retro Bowl yet. And let's see if I can get a kick return touchdown here. It is very possible. I have done it, I think, 4 or 5 times only in the entirety of the 4 or 5 years I've played Retro Bowl. Oh no, let me see. I started playing it 2019, 2018. I don't know if it was out 2018. I think it was 2019. I don't know. It was somewhere in there. But it's been like 4 years. And I've only got a kick return a year, I guess, technically. But I got them all this year, so I don't know, but I haven't done it on this one. It's on a different one that I just play in my free time, because I don't want to film everything. I still have games that I play just for fun, not for filming. And there we go, tight end. He actually stiff armed someone, but there was 2 people there, so nothing I could have done. I want to go to Hearns here, but I'm afraid one, he's either going to drop it or fumble as soon as he's tackled. He didn't do either. So, and that was actually my longest pass by air. I don't know how that's possible, but sure. Let's get Vince. And this should be a touchdown here. No, he actually tackled me before the dive animation came in. Which I did go back and watch one of my videos, and you can definitely hear me pushing the buttons. The only reason I went back and watched one is because I had a comment saying that the button pushing is just like ASMR for background. And I was like, I don't know if you can hear the button. So I went and watched one, and for like half the video, you can hear just dong dong dong. It's just a thuddy noise. And it's just me hitting buttons. But I've got no comments saying that it's annoying. I've only gotten comments like it's just ASMR, which not what I'm going for, but I mean, sure. If it's getting me views because it's ASMR, sure, I'll take it. Alright, 11-yard pickup by Vince. Nice. And Hearn should get open here. Maybe Singler, because he's on a streak. But I think I'm going Hearn. Oh, he wasn't on a streak. Happy I didn't throw that, because that would have 100% been an interception. Because for some reason the DBs react to the ball better than the receivers do. Which is insane in my opinion. And that should be a touchdown. We are destroying Las Vegas. Okay, well, I was kind of expecting more of a competitive game. We have had quite a few of those. And, well, this one's just not one of them. Oh, they finally got a touchdown and scored a 2-point. Now it's a bit more competitive. But I think if we score a touchdown here, it's just game over anyways. They decided to start playing football a little too late. So, I'm gonna try and keep it on the ground so I can drain some time. 6-yard pickup. If I just do that every single time, I'm probably draining majority of the time left in the game and getting a touchdown. Which, there we go, 6 yards again. The only problem with that is I can't do that every single down. Run the football, I mean. Because eventually he will get tired and will fumble the football. Or more likely to get injured when they're tired. So, I'm going to try not and use him too much. We got rid of the third quarter, as I'm just going to continue giving it to him after saying I shouldn't overuse him. Yeah, do as I say, not as I do, I guess. Let's hit the tight end there. Okay. I mean, not bad. 11 yards is good. I'm going to give Vince the ball here. Hopefully he doesn't fumble. I think that's been this team's biggest downside, if I'm remembering the seasons right. There's one season, it might be this one, where the team has struggled terribly with fumbles. I really want to say it is this season that we've had like 6 fumbles already. And I was pretty sure it was like the first 6 games we fumbled every single game. Okay, Hearns or Vince will get it. Vince grabs it. Alright. That should secure the game. I'd say they're probably going to take the rest of the time. If I get into field goal position before the game's over, I will kick the field goal just for XP purposes. If it was a real game, if you think I'm kicking that field goal, I ain't. Unless if the players decide otherwise and don't do what I say, but I think that's only Jameis Winston who does that. Or I think that's who was the quarterback on that play. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure it was Jameis Winston who ran the fake kneel on the 1 yard line with I don't think it was, but like it was under 20 seconds I think left on the clock. I mean, I didn't do it. I probably wouldn't if it were me, but that's just because I don't much care about stats so long as I'm winning. But he had a teammate who's played pretty good for his skill level, in my opinion, and he hadn't scored a touchdown, and, well, Winston wanted to give him a touchdown. So that's what he did. Also, I probably should have just went for the field goal here. I'm going to get I think this might stop at 1 second. If it doesn't, I'm calling it at 1 second. It didn't. Okay. Let's see if I can line this kick up. That should be good, unless if I didn't get enough power. I didn't. Oh. I clicked just a little too late on the power there. Well, we are 10-0 still on the season. We scored 14 points there in the second quarter. They kind of stepped it up in the second half, but it just wasn't enough to win them the game. What in the world was that? I don't know if you heard that. That was just a loud thump. Okay. Whatever that was, it's probably a bug. I'll criticize the coaching. I still have no clue what that was. I don't even know if the mic picked it up, but whatever. Running back had a good game. I'd say the quarterback had a great game. 5 touchdowns. 215 yards. I mean, it's not amazing yardage-wise, but touchdown-wise, yes. Of course, the forced fumble by Pascal and the fumble by Hearns. I still have no clue what that sound was. I honestly think it was just a bug flying into a wall. Or into one of the lights or something. I don't know. I might just sound like a crazy person to everyone else. Okay, I was right. Duck is back. Was he the only one injured? He was. Why'd you miss? Oh, because your range is terrible. So is your accuracy. Why is it moving so slow? Maybe because I'm recording and that makes everything on my computer slow. Now we got Green Bay. I think they're a better team. Why is everyone terrible? We're winning games. No, I should have. Dang it. Oh, Pascal. You make me mad. Why you gotta be stupid? You just had a good game. Like, what are you doing? And it's gonna stay like this forever, I guess. Okay, never mind. Green Bay is 10-0 as well. I'm curious now. I'm gonna look real quick. You can. Are they the only other 10-0 team? They are. So if we beat them here, this could just be a Super Bowl preview. Or Retro Bowl, I guess, technically. So, possible that this could be, possibly, not possible, possibly this is the coming up Retro Bowl. I'd say it's, I was going to say it's more on them if they make it, but like, there's no guarantee we'll make it. I think there's been a few games where we came out on top because of just sheer luck. Like the defense played evenly with their defense when our offense was terrible. Or for some reason everything was just terrible and we got one lucky play. Or they missed a 2-point conversion at the end or something. But I know for a fact we've had quite a few just straight up lucky games. Like, no skill involved, it was just luck. So I'm not going to guarantee we make the Retro Bowl this season. And I don't know why I waved the W on bowl there. I don't know if you heard it, but I pointed it out. So now you probably can just go back and hear it. But, oh crap. I was too late. I don't even remember what I was saying. I got distracted by the sack. What was I just saying? What was I just saying? Oh yeah, something about the Retro Bowl. That I wasn't guaranteed. And that there's a very big chance that I don't make it. Because all the good teams are in the Retro Bowl, or going to be in the playoffs. Of course, if we get the number 1 seed, we're going to get the lowest seed to win. So, we'll play the worst team, technically, compared to us. But that doesn't tell you anything, because 1, they made the playoffs, and 2, they made it to the second round. Which means they were better than the other team that was a higher rank in a win or lose situation. So just because someone is terrible in the regular season doesn't mean anything when it comes to the postseason. Because, I mean, it's happened before. I mean, look at the undefeated Panthers. They lost in the Super Bowl. Undefeated Patriots. They lost in the Super Bowl. Most teams that go undefeated in the regular season don't actually win in the Super Bowl. Actually, technically, if you look at the statistics, if you go undefeated in the regular season, you are more likely to lose in the postseason than win. Which doesn't make sense, but there's only been one team that has actually done that, and I think it was a Dolphins team back in like the 80s or something. And I just threw it straight to the defense. Well, okay. I guess if this is a Retro Bowl preview, I guess. Well, see, that's what I'm saying right there. Defense. It bails us out every single time. We make a mistake, they bail us out. And I'm not confident that they can do that consistently in a win or lose situation. I mean, yes, they've done it one season before, but they were younger in that season. I'm pretty sure there are at least 2 guys on my defense that are going to be retiring this season or the next. Or I'm just going to end up trading them because they're no longer good. And because this isn't my anti-trade playthrough, so I can actually do that. Trade people for picks. And hope for someone in the draft that's as good or better or just slightly worse. Which is something I'm not able to do in my anti-trade playthrough. And that's why you should go watch it, because it's very interesting. Because, I mean, it's only the first season, and I probably will only be able to play 2 seasons, just based on the fact that I should be getting a new computer, which means I would have to remake everything. And at that point, I don't know if I'll do Retro Bowl content. So, I don't know how many seasons I'll get in. It depends on how many videos I make, I guess. Which I'm not very... Well, I guess it is That and the no QB are the two highest, I guess. Well, they get more views than this one is what I'm getting at. So I guess I would make more videos about those than this one. But I haven't done this one in like 2 weeks, so. But no one cares about the statistics of the video. People that watch the series want to watch the series. Anyways, let's see if Hearns get open here. I think the running back's the best choice, which is Gibson. I need to remember that name. I always forget his name, despite the fact that he's probably the most used player on my team. I just can't remember his name ever. And I can always remember Vince. I think I just remember Vince because he's been on this team since the beginning. Or was he on the team since the beginning? Now I'm questioning things. I don't know if I drafted him or picked him up that season in free agency. I don't know. It doesn't matter that much. I just can't ever remember Gibson's name. And they're going for an onside. Okay, we actually recovered. They needed that. I think I can just run a ton of the timeout. And breaking tackles is a good way to do it, Gibson. And Vince should be able to throw it below him just a tad. Or behind him. I said below him because technically... Yeah, but no one cares about that. Alright, 3-yard pickup. Gibson is the man. He is this team. Also, I have no clue. Was the team actually good the season we made the Retro Bowl? Or did we barely slip into the playoffs? I don't remember. I don't think we were the number 1 seed. I think we were number 2 that season. And the season... No, I think we were number 2 last season. I think the season we did make the Retro Bowl, we barely slipped in. Yeah, that's right. I don't know, that sounds right. I don't know if it is right, but it sounds right, so I'm gonna roll with it. People that watch every single video of this playthrough would know. But I'm pretty sure the season we made the Retro Bowl, we were actually the very last seeded team. And we just dominated in the playoffs. Alright, should be able to just run the rest of the timeout. Okay. This has been an easy win. I mean, it looked a little scary there at the beginning because of the interception. But the defense cleared it up immediately. And I had no problem. You know what? I'll give the tight end just a little extra stat line. Well, he won more. Okay. But that's the game, and, well, if that's your Retro Bowl preview, English, if that's your Retro Bowl preview, there's not much to be excited about. Kansas City is 9-2 though. So is Miami. Pittsburgh's 9-3. Is there anyone in my division that's good? No, we are the only good team. Jacksonville is actually 1-10. Jesus. We could literally be like 5-6 right now, and we would still make the playoffs. That's insane. Okay, well, I'm going to praise the team. Hopefully that'll get Pascal out of toxic. It did, but Wharton's still toxic. And he actually got a sack that game. The interception looks terrible up there. But that'll do it for this one. We are more than likely, if we meet Green Bay in the Retro Bowl, according to that game, we should win. But that's not true. Every team tends to play quite a bit better in the playoffs. But if you want to find out, you have to stick around. With that being said, I'm going to end the video here. And if you're new, hit that subscribe button and hit that like button, hit that little bell so you know when and what I upload. But I'll do it for this one. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.